Y'all know I love some content and I like talking about this kind of stuff. So welcome to the broadcast. My name is Monique James. I am an online entrepreneur, educator, and content strategist, really. And I want to have a conversation today about how you can use content to build awareness. I have built businesses off of content alone. When you don't have the money to pay for radio ads and buy billboards and things, you can use content really to help you kind of get your feet in the ground, build some awareness, and get your business rolling. So I'm going to give you 9 content ideas that you can start using today to help you build awareness. Now, for those of you that are watching, type a 1 if you could use more awareness for your business. If you could use more awareness, if more people knowing about you would help in your money-making efforts, type a number 1 in the comments or in the chat for me. I see some ones coming in. Yes, we could all do that, right? There's a reason billion-dollar companies still pay for ads. They still do commercials because there's a constant push for more people to know about you. And we should all be working toward that, right? Because when more people know about us, that's more people getting to know us and more people choosing to buy our stuff. 9 content ideas to help you build awareness. When you have a clear strategy and you know people are constantly getting to know you, you will then start to create and publish content to suit those different stages. See, there are some people watching me now that have never met me before. And then there are others that have been around a few times, and then there are others that have been here since day one. The first type of content that any business can create is product photos. That's content. Taking pictures of whatever it is that you sell. And I know some of you are watching and you're thinking, well, I sell a service. You can still create and share images that represent the service that you sell. You still want people to be able to see themselves in that space of using your product. You still want people to be able to see themselves there, be able to put themselves in that place. So product photos is the first type. I don't care what you sell, whether you sell a physical product, like my other business, we sell physical products, or through this brand, I sell services. And I always have all kinds of photos on social media, on my website that represent what it is that I sell. So even if you sell a service, you can create images or photos of those products to represent what you sell. So that's the first type. Type 2 is customer reviews. Customer reviews. Now, a lot of people don't really check for like the Yelp and things like, I mean, some people do. Facebook is working hard to really replace Yelp with the whole reviews and allowing customers to leave feedback about their experiences with businesses. You should be sharing and posting that information. You should be reposting that information because that helps you build awareness. Just like those product photos help you build awareness by showing people what it is that you sell, posting customer reviews helps you build awareness because people will get to see, oh, other people have experienced this product and they enjoyed it. I might enjoy it too. And Facebook makes that really easy because if people come and they type a review or they post a photo of a review, I have clients that sell physical products and their customers are always sharing pictures of them using the product. We will then in turn share that because that shows the people that haven't decided if they want to buy from you yet, that shows them that there are people that are choosing you. And then it kind of creates a sense of belonging in the ones that haven't. Third content type, tutorials. How do you use your thing? What do you sell? And how does one use it? We sell these cuff bracelets. And the thick ones are really hard to bend. They're bendable, but they are really hard to bend. And that's because this is a stainless steel. It's a heavyweight bracelet. So it's really tough to bend. So I still have to do this for the Confetti Collective. I still have to create a video that shows how to put the bracelet on. I want to make sure that I remove every possible barrier to buying my product. That's how tutorials help you. Because when you show people how to use it, you remove those objections that they might not want to share. They might not want to ask, how do you put it on? So you do the tutorial and remove those barriers. You remove those barriers by creating the tutorial. Type 4, the fourth content type that we all can be creating as business owners to build awareness for our brands and businesses are industry interviews. Industry interviews. These don't have to be video interviews. They could be written for your blog, but whatever industry that you are in, find the people whose platforms are a little bigger, much bigger, significantly bigger than yours, and interview them. They could be your peers. They could have been in business 3 days more than you. They could be an OG. Whatever, if they're in your industry, don't look at them as competition. Look at it as an opportunity to collaborate and give both of you content, because guess what? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to interview them either on your blog, on Periscope, on Facebook Live, and then guess what they're going to do? They're going to share it to their audience. And if you're smart, you're going to make sure you tag them, especially on social media. If you write it at the blog post and you send them the link afterward, they're going to share it with their audience. So that is not only giving you content, but that is a growth hack. That builds awareness for you because that person will do some of the heavy lifting with you as it relates to sharing and disseminating the content itself. Type 5, particularly if your business is visual or have some type of visual aspect, before and afters. If you have a business that has a visual component, whether you cook, you show the ingredients before you chop them up, then show them after you chop them up. You do makeup, you do visual arts, you do graphics, before and afters. That's type 5. Type 6, quotes. You scroll through your Instagram feed right now, and you're going to see quote images come through your Instagram feed. Same thing for Facebook. People share quotes. Not everybody follows the words that's on the quote, but they'll share them. They engage with them. And when it's somebody else's words, you lend yourself credibility because you can show that somebody else agrees with you. That's content type 6. Type 7 is behind the scenes. Very similar to the before and afters, except you could dig a little deeper. You could go a little deeper with behind the scenes. You could show the setup before you start the prepping, which your prepping is your before and after, your behind the scenes and what comes before the before and before the after. When I went to, when I started packing to go to the event, the player networking event during Super Bowl weekend, there's a picture on my Instagram. I think it's on my Instagram. I know I posted it in my stories, and then I think I posted it in my feed of me laying out all of my the mounts, my tripod, my lights. I had everything laid out in the middle of the floor, and I took a picture of it. That's content. That shows you, again, if there is anybody out there, and I guarantee you there is, that is doubting your skills, when you do things like that, you remove the doubt. You show that you are a professional. You show that you invest in learning and growing so that you can learn and grow your business. Number 8, tips and tricks related to your product, related to your industry. You could do secrets, things that the average person wouldn't necessarily want to know. If I have a customer that buys a bracelet and then they use it as a hair tie, I'm going to show that. I'm going to share that. They use it as a barrette. I'm going to share that. That's a trick that the average person in my audience wouldn't know. Show those unconventional, interesting, quirky ways that people use your product or that people kind of get things done in your industry. If Natasha, in the baking, if somebody uses a piping bag in a weird way, share that. Tips and tricks. That's number 8. Number nine is our last one. This is the one that I believe is going to have more of an impact with helping you differentiate yourself. That is your brand birth story. How did you arrive at having this business? I just told my brand birth story yesterday, because my 2 brands, the Confetti Collective and this brand, tie into each other. One gave birth to the other one. So when other people that are coaches, consultants do what I do, their story is not the same as mine. They're not going to be able to say, oh, well, I had a lifestyle blog and I had hosted a natural hair event and that event was really successful. And because the newspaper wrote us up in the paper, we were on the front page, I had business owners in my community start asking me for help with their social media and with their content and with their blogs, which turned into Monique James as a standalone coaching business. That's my brand birth story. That cannot be duplicated. See, everything else, all of the 8 other ones that I talked about, chances are you're posting that, somebody else in your industry might end up posting the same thing. Your brand birth story is y'all know what I like to say, it's your secret sauce. Nobody else's story is going to be the same as yours. So share your story, your brand birth story. How did you arrive at owning this business? Did you stumble into it? Was it an accident? Did you know you were going to be an entrepreneur since you were in the womb? Like, what is that process? Tell that. That makes you different, and you should want to be different. You should want to have a variety of ways that you can, when your business is stood up against your competitor, people will have a clear reason to choose you over them. The fact that I'm an Army veteran plays a big part of my business because it's a differentiator. I strategically lead. That's why this hack sits here. I lead with that because it's a differentiator. I talk about how building systems in my business came from creating SOPs in the Army. I talk about that for a reason. That is a part of my brand story. Even if you know of other people that do what I do that are veterans, they're not going to deliver the story the way that I do. It doesn't impact their business the way it impacts mine. Those things that make you unique, that you know have a place and have an impact in your business, you need to lead with those things. We specifically pulled out these 9 because they will help you build awareness. You have to start creating content that will help people know about you, and then that will set you up to be able to sell to them.